it is currently 1:38 in the morning, and there was a noise complaint because the alarm in the van, bus, was going off. Noise complaint. My buddy Caleb, thank you to him, got woken up by the police, and came and got me. And now I'm at the bus/van. Checked everything out. Everything looked fine. Yeah, after locking it up, I said let's just wait a minute, see what if it goes off again. And sure enough, it did. And Caleb was going to get, God bless him, a wrench for me. We're gonna disconnect the battery and then see what the problem is. Definitely get to sleep first, then see what the problem is. Some kind of leak down there. Looks like water dripping. So I got the bus this morning and went to get a new extended battery terminal connector, because I figured maybe that's the issue. There are actually 3 different wires that connect at the positive terminal on the battery. I don't know if I said negative before, I meant to say positive. I was assuming maybe there's like an odd connection there, because on the battery terminal itself there is this kind of rubber, not gasket, but I guess insulator, so to speak. I figured maybe that's interfering with the connection, and maybe that's what's causing the issue. But it turns out that I had left my rear hatch unlocked, and that's why the shrill alarm went off. The stock connector on, I guess, the GM vehicles is very small, and there's not a lot to grab onto in case you need to jump it. When I came out of Walmart, the regular alarm was going off. So, one problem solved, but another arises. So today we are going to go ahead and install the new battery terminal connector thing. But before we get to that, I'm gonna go ahead and install the new radio. And then hopefully that works. The original stock radio doesn't work for whatever reason. I don't know if it's a connection issue, I don't know if it's a fuse issue, I don't know if it's just the radio itself is defective or something, but it doesn't work. I did take out the speakers yesterday, the speakers that run on the bus. However, I can add those in, no problem. That should be easy. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. First, we removed that underside panel there. Now we're removing this passenger side panel, and then the center panel comes off. Okay, that was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I actually had to remove the side bus door opener device in order to take off the whole dashboard. Hey, I had some friends come over yesterday, so work ended a little earlier, I guess, because when you're working you kind of lose track of time. The car alarm still goes off, but I think I may have found a solution online. A possible solution is that the switch doesn't operate. The bus doesn't know if it's on or off. It might just recognize the position as being changed. It's not a matter of just connecting the battery to the bus. I need to fill you in really quick. I am going to go back to the bus, and I'm still having the alarm issue where when it's parked, after a few minutes, the alarm just starts going off for seemingly no reason. I believe that the deadbolt switch, it's not a matter of if it's closed or open to the bus, it's a matter of position, meaning when I connect the battery, the bus recognizes the current position of the deadbolt and the hatch and equates that to running. However, that's not the case. Okay, I'll give you my theory, but let me give you a little context or pretext first. When the bus is running normally, the deadbolt switch is open, so the hatch is unlocked, I guess, for emergency exit if the kids need to escape. Like, it's necessary for that to be open. That's normal operating conditions, and under normal operating conditions, the alarm does not go off. However, when I connected the battery, I connected it with the deadbolt closed. And so I think part of the bus thinks that is the normal operating position, even though the bus still will not start if the deadbolt is closed, which is a really nice safety feature. For the sake of having an external on-off switch. My plan is to open the rear hatch deadbolt, leave the rear hatch itself closed, but open the back deadbolt and connect the battery, and then go and close the deadbolt, lock up the car, and wait, and see if the alarm still goes off. We're gonna test my theory here. I'm waiting right by the bus just in case, just to see if my theory is correct. Again, hopefully it's correct. I think I managed to fix the issue with the battery in the vehicle. I waited around for about 40 minutes and there was no indication that the alarm was going to go off. So ideally we get back and the bus is still there. 1, 2, the alarm is not going off. 3, the car starts. But in the meantime, we are at a store. Samantha and her son Emery and I are walking around looking for things for me, for my bus, and for her. She's looking for things for an apartment that she and Caleb are moving into while they're selling their house. Hello. So, quick update. 2 days ago, I think 3 days ago now, when I was removing the rear seats, one of them, I decided, so the process, let me start over. So 2, maybe 3 days ago, when I was removing the bus seats, first you grind down the heads, and then when there's just a little bit of metal or no metal left at the very top, you push the seat and try to bend it to break the connection between the bolts, the seat, and the floor. I had the bright idea for one set of bolts. I was like, looks ground down enough. I went ahead and football tackled it, having never played football before. I ran into it, and my left arm hit my side really hard, so hard that I had to stop, sit down, catch my breath, and there was a little bit of pounding in my head, like my body had just endured trauma. Sure enough, I broke a rib running into a seat that wouldn't move. So I have not gotten a lot done on the bus in the last 2 days, just because the pain is pretty immense when I do things. Under normal circumstances, doing normal day-to-day things, it's not as bad. It's not severe enough to go to the hospital. I don't think I ruptured any organs, because I would imagine that the pain would have been much more immense by today, the 3rd day. My brother is actually coming into town to go ahead and he volunteered to help do things on the bus. So today, I believe the demolition bar should be coming in, so we'll be tearing up the floor. And also, all these aluminum panels here are coming out. Those just unscrew with a square bit. So that's what's on the roster for today. I'm also about to make some phone calls because we believe we've narrowed it down. So the alarm, 2 different things are happening. 1, the battery, when it needs to be reconnected, everything has to be in the running position, meaning emergency doors are unlocked. The other thing that we were having an issue with was the child reminder system, and that is basically an alarm set up so that the driver has to go walk through the aisle and look through all the seats to see if a kid stayed behind or just didn't leave or is like falling asleep or something. And the driver presses a switch and the lights blink a little bit and it disables the alarm. However, in my rush to figure out why the alarm was going off in the first place, meaning the battery problem, I kept forgetting to do that child reminder system alarm, which is why the police visited us twice in one day. and we just couldn't figure out what it was. So I had the battery unhooked for a little bit, and it was very frustrating and not defeating, but pretty darn close. So that's the current state of things. We'll try to get more done today. You can go from there. The other thing I wanted to mention is I don't have like Caleb and Samantha on screen, or Braden and Sydney on screen, or we'll see if Jordan wants to be on screen. I know a guy that has a YouTube channel, and like everyone in his life is in all these videos, and some of the time, like for me, when I was hanging out with him, some of the time it kind of felt a little invasive, and while I don't think that was his intent, I don't want to subject the people that I work with to the same thing that I kind of felt. If people want to be in the videos, they'll show up. I don't want you guys to think that it's just like all narcissism on my part and I'm the only one that can be on camera and all this. No, you can't be in the video. I'm kidding. Samantha and my brother are currently working on pulling the aluminum paneling on the sides. I'm here dog sitting. Alright, most of the screws have been taken out of the panels, and just have to grind a few down and then pull off the paneling. So while Jordan and Samantha are outside working inside the bus, since I am useless, I am inside working on blueprints. Right now I know where the door and the toilet are going to be, so everything covered.